What is up? Ants and stuff. Martin, nobody, fuzz. Thank you all for joining again. Hungarian ant keeper, hello. Sorry guys, I was a bit late. So I am cleaning my tools at the moment. Hello, Joseph. How is everybody doing on this Sunday evening? Okay, done. Noah, welcome back. What a day, what a day. 1 minute late. Not on my watch. You're watching somebody who was feeding his ants, huh? You're watching the stream before on the Discord. Cleared for takeoff. Hello, how are you? Thank you, Fuzz. Yes, we do donations through Ko-fi. Hello, Ben. We do donations through Ko-fi because YouTube takes a big chunk of the money. So if you want to help the channel for more ants, more content, click on the Ko-fi link. What colonies do you have? Too many to name at the moment. We have, at the moment, 30 colonies, 25 species. And at the moment, you are looking at Camponotus irritans. This is Rita. The leaf cutters are doing good, really good. The smallest colony is growing a bit slower in fungus, but we have brood. That's the most important. Hello, Clover Snake. You have only one. Well, you got to start somewhere, or you have Camponotus ligniperda. Cool. So it's a big discussion. Ligniper dus, ligniper daar. As far as I know, it's ligniper da, and it's actually a mix-up in names. Well, I think it's an old name and a new name. So I don't have honeypots yet. I really want them, but in this channel, the nests that you are looking at, I made myself. I'm selling them on the craftingant.com. And so I want to make a nest for the honeypots, but I just haven't had the time because, well, this weekend we launched the gypsum nests. This is white tongue that you're looking at. When are you going to show the weavers? Well, you could have seen them in the thumbnail. If you look really close. Oh. They were checking out the lid, the little buggers. Okay, guys, you know the drill. If you want to see something, let me know. If I don't hear anything, I am just gonna grab them at random. Do you keep any Cataulacus species? Maybe. Maybe not. Do you have any ants with wings? Or whatever they're called. Ants with wings. You mean elates? At the moment, the Tetramorium bicarinatum have elates, but they are in a big setup, and I cannot disturb them at the moment. Oh, that's a ton of brood. And the queen went... the queen is in the outworld. Okay. The queen is actually there at the moment. Yeah, if you have ants that have wings, it is princess and princesses. The term is elates for them. And elates actually are unmated queens. So they need to get mated, and then they will become queens. At least that's for most of the species. What's the biggest queen you have? The biggest queen I have at the moment is... Ooh, is it the diversa or the singularis? Yeah, some queens keep their wings, but most of the wings will fall off after the nuptial flights. Oh my God. Sorry. I'm preparing a red runner for these guys, and the red runner just ran off without a head. This species, well, guess the species, guys. What do we have here? This species, or this colony, I have had for about a year. Yeah, it's Formica fusca. I moved them out of a dirty tube into this nest, and I should have grabbed a smaller nest, a smaller insert. So let's see. This one would have been better. Smaller chamber, a bit more angled. So, yeah. Okay, I'm going to put you back to irritate us. I'm going to grab the next colony. So guys, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Well, you were talking about the singularis. Let's look at the singularis. I now see that their water tube is almost empty and it's really dirty, so we're going to change out that one. They have been dragging around the food, and yes, they have also been testing the jaw drinker. And they have stuck something in there. Okay, we got to check that out. First, let's see how they are. Oh no. Why? Why is it fucked up? That's so annoying. Okay. I'm not doing a lid flip. It's not necessary. It's only condensation. I am not flipping a lid for condensation, only if it's dirty. It's just stress. Okay. I can show you something cool, because you can still see a larvae over there. Did I ever think about the parasitic Formica? Yes, but there's so many species that I still want, and to be honest, a parasitic Formica is not high on the list at the moment. So, question for you guys. Do you guys know what is the biggest cause of condensation? Let's do a small trivia. Yeah, these are the bigger ants, but I'm sorry for the condensation. Hello, Ant-Man. Yes, temperature difference. It's a kind of weird because they should be fine. Well, I'm sorry, not much to see. Oh, there's one actually taking a peek. It's not the queen, that's a worker. But if you compare it to my finger, it's quite a big worker. Okay, I am going to put them back, and we can check on them a bit later. I'll leave the lid a bit more open, and let's see how they are doing. Back to Rita. Sorry guys, moving some stuff in the Viv. Hoa Gaming Channel USA, what's up? I saw Diversa. Well, normally I wait a little bit with the Diversa, but guys, I have to show you this. Let's put it back a little bit more. The Diversa are doing epic. They are growing so fast. I mean, the old nest is almost empty, but just look at this brood. I mean, whoa. That's the queen, well, at least her butt. And they are just doing so good in the gypsum. I wish I had moved them earlier, to be honest. With the gypsum, I found out that watering it once a week is enough. So, yeah. I see somebody saying super mages. I don't know if... Yeah, there was more room yesterday, and there is that? No, it's not that. There is a really big larvae in there. So yeah, feed them. Okay, I think it's trail time. What do you guys think? Should we do the same thing as last week? Okay, let's zoom out. I'm gonna put her. I mean, just look at this. I'm so happy with the setups. So now we have Rita next to the Asian Marauders. Hello, mean goodbye. Okay, what's up? Let's see if we can get a trail going. Okay, guys and girls, some of these species need live feeders. Could you tell me the species when we get to another one? In between, yeah, we can do some. I always say what species they are, and sometimes I ask for others to see. Are marauders a good species to keep as an intermediate ant keeper? Yes, no. The thing is, they are a hard starter, but when you get them going, they're doable. It's a bit of a double answer, I know. So I'm gonna put the food in the back here. Yes, it's switching a little, but it is dead. And let's see if we can get a trail going. And let's see if I can move the light out of the way. Yes. Depending on the colony size. Yes. The thing is with the diversa, I'm going to put the lid back on the nest, by the way. You'll see them running out of the nest anyway. The thing with starting diversa, when they come in, be sure that they have a lot of brood. The workers will only live for about a month, the small workers. At the beginning, you get a big die-off. And you need brood to keep them going, to keep replenishing those workers that will die off within a month. So if you get them without brood, it's really hard to make sure that in a month there is still workers there. And I've experienced myself, when you get behind on that, it's really hard to get back on track. Yeah. For a starter, if you want another cool colony that does like trailing and stuff like this, some Fedoli do it. So that might be a better option to start with. "22 viewers. Well, thank you all for coming. I think it's going to be less hectic than last week, because that was just bananas. But again, thank you for joining. As you can see, the activity in the outworld is going up. What is that? This is an ant colony. We'll see. If the hour matters, then halfway through the video, the hour should go up. We'll see, Fuzz. So, yeah. More and more ants are going over to the Red Runner. I am going to grab another colony, prepared a little bit already. I've been a bit sick this week. I had food poisoning. So I'm also a bit behind on maintenance. What's the brown chunk in the middle? That's a Red Runner. And a Red Runner is like, what's it called again? Is it a beetle? Well, it's a Red Runner. No, it's not Lasius. It is Carabara diversa. A roach, yes, a roach. Yeah, but as I said, the die-off for diversa, it's the small workers is just a month. So they can go pretty quickly. Ants eat roaches, yes. And some are only scavengers, so they only eat roaches that have died of natural causes, but these ants are hunters. So these will actually go after your roaches. So it depends on the species. While you are looking at that, I'm cleaning the nest. Of our Manica rubida. I don't sell the ants, I sell the nests, the setup. And also don't sell red runners. I just do setups and I ship worldwide. Yeah. But just look at the stream of ants going in the direction of the red runner. The nest actually looks pretty empty, as you can see in the first chamber. Lots and lots are running out. Thanks, Fuzz. Does it take a lot of upkeep? My son wants one. It depends on the species. I mean, if you take, I don't know where you're from, but most countries have like a Lasius or something like that. It's really easy. They don't need a lot of upkeep. If you feed them and water them once a week, you're fine. Cleaning the nest every few weeks. So yeah. Yeah, and it's minutes in a week. But you can do as much as you want. I mean, I have 30 colonies at the moment. It takes me about 5 minutes a day, and then 2 times a week. It's a lot more. New York City. Well, you have, where was it again? I think it's Lasius Neo Niger. Hey, and Uprising. Welcome back. I think you have Lasius Neo Niger in your region, and they are pretty easy to keep. But also Camponotus, they are a bit bigger. They are also easy to keep. Okay. A quick glance on the nest. I'll put you back at the diversa. So this is the small setup. And in here, we have our Manica rubida from the Manica rubida challenge. And at the moment, they don't have a lot of brood. As you can see, they are running with some eggs. But there's no cocoons. But just look at the amount of workers. Especially, I already give them some food. So, yeah. Oh, they are moving the red runner. And another colony that needs a new tube. So I'm going to fix that. Well, you can see that they are actually already dragging the red runner to the nest. And then inside the nest, the larger majors will help cutting it up and dividing it under workers and brood. You don't have to buy them locally, but as a starter, I won't go for a very expensive species. So you can buy locally. It's just cheaper for you. And of course, as a lot of people say, if you can, support your locals. At the right day, Michelle, you can also find them in nuptial flights. Yeah. You see them dragging? It's so awesome. Oh, I grabbed another colony. I'm gonna grab the trap jaws after this one. I saw the question come by. People, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me with the content, but also helps the algorithm to get more viewers. More viewers means more interest in the whole hobby, not just in my stuff. As most of you guys know, I try to support as many ant keepers as possible. If you have good content, I will also share it. While you are looking at those, I am grabbing another setup. Oh, it's almost inside already. Such an epic ant species to look at. So I'm really trying to power feed this colony. So I am giving them 2 red runners a day, as in the Carabara, to really see how quickly we can get them into a large gypsum. Because I would really think that's awesome. By the way, Michelle, in the description there is a link to our Discord channel. A lot of willing people that will help share information. If you have questions, there's a whole section there for questions. Dumb questions don't exist. Thanks, Martin. See you in a bit. Okay. Well, while they are in the tunnel, I just want to show you guys these cute ones. Our 2 queen Lasius flavus. And they are having a party. Look at the brood. Such a small ant. I really kept them also just to test the setups, to make sure that they are not getting out, and they are just doing great. Here's a couple drinking some sugar water. Well, uprising, the gypsums are now for sale in the shop. Everything's 15% off, even the sets, and that's 50% on the whole set. So instead of $41.95, it is $36 if I remember correctly. So I just love these tiny orange ants. And today it's the birthday of our king, and the Dutch color is orange. So yeah. Well, uprising, it's until next Sunday. And it was the discount started yesterday, so they are still active. It's still in the tunnel, by the way, guys. They should be pulling it out any second now. So a question about the trap jaws. I am grabbing them now. They are doing good. They are still here. I wanted to bring them back to Stein a few weeks ago already, but I've been sick. My kids have a holiday, so that makes it a bit harder. And Stein has some school exams, so I just didn't have the time. And yeah, I had some cool content, and maybe I'll do an extra video on a Nova Messor. I'll show you in a bit. So yeah, that's it's been good. Okay, so trap jaws. They did try and make some things again in the outworld, as you can see, but they left it, so there is new larvae. There are still cocoons. And the happy queen. But I still didn't buy any new fruit flies yet. So let's see how they respond to a small mealworm. I have one colony of venator. Oh, that's cool. We have venators too. I haven't shown them yet. We can grab them after these beauties. I'm just wondering if they are going to go. They are just running over it. Are Camponotus easy to take care of? I would say 95% of the Camponotuses are pretty easy to keep, yeah. There's no movement. Well, I don't have any fruit flies, so I need to pre-kill them. So we're not gonna get a lot of actions out of these girls, I'm afraid. So let's see. I'm gonna put you back at the tunnel. They still haven't pulled the red runner out. The Campo curse. That's a thing from our friend Antimatter. The only problem that I have now is that I don't have enough space on the table to grab a big shadow. You have a Messor curse. Okay. Well, let's see how they're doing then. Okay. Messor barbarus. And they already are running with the brood again. But look at that. That is a healthy bunch. And they are, of course, as always, running with the brood. There's a lot of water tubes that I need to change today, which is good. It means that they are drinking. Yeah, but that's Messor for you. They're always in panic mode. Thank you all for joining, guys. Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. There we go. New tube. Messor. Yep. Nice amount of brood. We need to water the nest. Oh, I am going to water the nest, but I'm going to show you that the red runner is almost inside of the nest. They mostly put it inside the first room, and then they just leave it there, cut it up. Well, Joanna, you are looking at diversa. These are Carabara diversa, Joanna. And they are inside a gypsum nest. Thank you. These are actually in a nest that I create myself, craftingant.com, and this nest is actually on a discount because it has just been opened to the public. So it's the flex nest medium with a gypsum insert. Love the mustache. Okay, thanks, dude. Yeah, Lasius Niger. Thanks, Fuzz. While you guys are looking over there, I'll be preparing the Valentine's ants, or better known as Crematogaster scutellaris. Yeah, craftingant.com, and on these nests there is actually a discount at the moment for 15%, and we do worldwide shipping. It's the most dangerous ants that we have. For me, that would be the philosas. And I'll show them in a bit. Hello, Martin. It's been a while. So, I mostly get the question, why do you keep these ants? That I will be turning the camera around again. This is Crematogaster scutellaris. And they put a lot of sand in the feeding corridor, and sadly some remains of their family, but they are tearing up this white tongue block. This is a species that is actually, that chews a lot, that tries to destroy nests. That's why I have them, because I wanted to see what they would do with this nest. And yeah, it's a challenge. What country do I ship from? From the Netherlands, from Europe. You can see all the shipping prices. Just put an item in the shop, then go to your cart, and you can see the prices there. This scutellaris colony I had for a bit less than a year. Okay, Fuzz. But these have been digging. They have been digging over there. They have been digging a hole through there. And as you can see, they are also even there and there. And they put a hole through the side somewhere. In the bottom. Oh, I just saw something. Let me sling it around. How much brood is there? Well, a lot of brood. So that's looking good. My messors also eat through white tongue. Yes, some messors do. That's why all the setups is, I didn't pick, well, all the setups are the same. So you have a 3D printed casing that has thick walls that they will not chew through very quickly. Is it impossible? No. Will they? I've never seen it happen. So everything's encased. Yes, there are hydration holes. There's two ways to cover them. Or you have the cover plate, or you have plugs. Let me grab one real quick. Every setup that you buy comes with hydration plugs. It's just a little simple plug that you can put inside the hole after you hydrate it, and then you pull it out again when you're done. So the whole setup is closed. Everything is closed off. So the whole complete setup is closed off. You have a closed flex nest small. You have a closed feeding corridor with a double drinker. And you have a closed off outworld. Okay. On to the next colony. I'm going to put you back to the diversa, but not for very long. The diversa, I have to move them because I don't have enough room on the table to show you guys the other species. So in a sec, the diversa will go back into the setup. Can you show the LCs? Yeah. Yes, I can. Can you show your biggest ants? Well, I tried to, but they're fogged up. I'll show another big species. The most venomous ones that I have, I'll show them in a second. First off, I got the question if I could show the leaf cutters. I'll be grabbing them. Where did I leave my tweezers? Why is it always like I ate my tweezers? I always show my heating setup at the end because then I'll show my biggest colony that I'm not able to move to the table. That is a colony of Tetramorium bicarinatum. So I'll show you that, and then I'll show my heating setup is actually a Viv. There's also a video about it. How will you feed your leaf cutters in the winter? Well, we don't have really cold winters here, so I can still get leaves everywhere. Last year we had 2 days of snow. So I'm not afraid for that. I also know that a lot of ant keepers have frozen peas, frozen broccoli, stuff like that. So I should be fine. Okay, so for those that are new to the channel, I'm making my own leaf cutter setups. That's this setup. I'm going to start watering it. Leaf cutter setups require, well, they're completely different. And I made this new nest. I am testing it on 3 setups, and also Lynn or Ninuturu is testing it. And I bought this setup from Ilias Insects, known on Instagram. But on arrival, the fungus was doing really bad. So he sent me donor fungus. So this is actually a colony that received donor fungus. But they are actually doing really well. As you can see, they've been cutting. And yeah, they're growing quite nicely. I actually gave them leaves from dandelion, and they really like it. Oh, that's the queen over there. She's just hopping in. Well, withered foxy, just wait, because this is one of the small colonies. I am now going to grab the other small colony. I'm going to put you back over to the diversa for a second. So we have another colony, but they are struggling a bit. This was a colony that I got with only 4 workers. So they don't have a humongous fungus, which is fine. I mean, it's not dying. It's also not growing a lot. But as you can see, that ant is actually holding brood. So there is brood over there. It is just a big Rafiki ants. It's actually an album name of a band called Incubus. That's why I always say humongous fungus. It just sounds funny. But this colony is just way bigger, or way smaller. But yeah, they seem to be happy in the setup, and that's what we're going for. Now I'll grab the big setup, but I have to make some space. So I'm gonna put you guys back on Rita. I am going to put away the leaf cutters. Then I am going to put away the diversa. So that I can grab the 3-pot leaf cutter setups. And I have a surprise. I have a surprise for you guys. Hey, Martin. Good time to come back because Fuzz is going to get a coffee. Nah, it's all good. It's a steady stream today. Lots of nice people here. So this is our big leaf cutter setup. But this is a bit weird because it is a queenless colony. what does this mean? I got donor fungus from Ilias, but it came with a lot of ants, but no queen. And I asked Ilias, okay, what happens if I put them in a pot and just let them be? Well, they will start making a fungus until it's big enough for themselves to sustain, and after that the workers will slowly die and it will be wiped out, but you can keep them. So there is no queen, there is no brood, but they are my backup fungus for the other 2 colonies. So if something would happen to the other 2 colonies, I have backup fungus. And also, I needed to test this setup because the other ones are in small setup testing. So this is actually their feeding pod. At the moment, they have rose petals and they have bramble leaves, which is fun. My kids actually go on their bicycles to the woods at the end of the street, grab bramble leaves. They even know to look at the bottom of the leaf that there's no other animals or other insects or fungus, because some bramble have a kind of fungus on it, and then they bring it back and give it to the ants. So this is their feeding pod. Then you can actually look completely through the tubing into the fungus pod for the tea section, and here we have the trash pot. And we are now at a time that I am going to say, okay, tomorrow I need to empty it out. But it looks like, how do you call it? Like potpourri, like the stuff that you for scent that you can put in your toilet. It kind of looks like it. It's just dried leaves that they don't use. But now to the fungus, because this one is just, they are still growing the fungus. It doesn't smell good. It actually doesn't smell bad. It's not potpourri, but it doesn't smell bad. But they are still growing the fungus, and today they are actually chucking big leaves on there. But the nice thing is, if you turn it around, they are actually kind of building it up to the glass. And that looks so awesome. You can actually see that they are still bringing leaves to the insides. They have like a pile of leaves here that are ready to be brought up. The fungus itself is actually, it's odorless. But because of the high humidity, it smells damp. But it doesn't stink. I saw another question: are leaf cutters hard to keep? No, they do require attention. You have to make sure that the setup is watered, especially with the smaller colonies. You have to put leaves in. With the smaller colonies, you have to take the leaves out again if they don't use it fast enough. These girls, if a leaf goes bad in the feeding room, they will just cut it up and bring it to the dump. They are that organized. It's just awesome to see. So yeah, fungus is getting pretty big. I can grab the cup that they came in. They came in this cup. Angles. This cup. And now it's that. I can fill this cup 5 times. I don't know where you're going with that question, but I don't know, and I don't want to know. It's their food, not mine. That's correct, Martin. So yeah, even though it is a queenless colony, they are still very happy and very active. Hello, Limp Biscuit. What's up? Are you doing it all for the nookie? It looks tasty. Not sure if I agree with that, to be honest. Okay, now that we have room, let's grab some bigger setups, I guess. Okay, well, the only brown setup that we still have. So people already know what time it is. It is time for our Queen Beasley. Beasley is our Camponotus vagus. She is over there, our gorgeous queen. They are in a wooden nest, a wooden insert. Remember, people, that wooden inserts are not for all species. They have to be able to put their humidity up by themselves. This is actually a species that is able to do this by grabbing water. And as you can see, we have to fill the tube. So we're going to do that. But they are doing great. Camponotus vagus. Hey, Toshitober. I don't know if I ever told you guys that the editing of my videos is made possible by our friend, Toshitobi. Hello, Koa. Hello, Ancrest. Toby is the awesome guy that sponsored my PC. What do you think about that? Such an awesome guy. So, let's put you guys back over there. And then I am going to grab the Merchants of Death. Hey, Sadie. Where did I put my ants? I'm gonna put you guys there because I need to grab another setup. So, again, a setup that is a bit fogged up, but you can see more than last week. And I did something stupid. I'm going to show you in a second. So this is our cigar factory. Neopanera filosa. Neopanera filosa, Texas bullet ants, or hairy panther ants. We call these the cigar factory. Well, you can see why. Sadly, the larvae section is quite wet. Well, you can actually see a couple of larvae right over there. So they are actually doing really good. So these girls are actually I made a mess. These girls are testing our new drinker. And what did idiot me do? Well, I tipped it over. So that's why the ground is actually wet. As you can see, there it's dry. Over there it's wet. Well, it happens. I mean, the drinker is working really well. I'm also testing it with the harps. And also another colony. That's a bit of a secret. But yeah, they are doing really good. This is actually red desert sand. It will be added to the shop real soon. Substrates will be added. Okay, this is actually a species that does live hunting. They don't take pre-killed food. So I am going to drop in a live red runner, and these will hunt it and sting it. So if you don't like that kind of view, this is the time to leave. Oh, they are lucky. While I was grabbing, I grabbed the 2 for 1. So I am dropping in 2 red runners. And I'll try. Oh, one is actually, did you see that? It crawled into the skull. That's why I'm so happy with the skull, but it's sometimes a bit annoying for the ants. Let's see if it comes out. The other one was a bit hurt. I'm not sure if they're going to be interested. Hey, Fuzz. Oh, you're about a minute late. Oh, the other one actually walked out. I get a lot of questions like, why aren't they jumping on everything right away? Because it's a well-fed colony. They get lots of protein. They get several roaches a week. So that's why they are not really fanatic at hunting. Sadly, the one in the back is behind the skull at the moment. I am going to take a sip and see if it comes back. It's still running in the background. By the way, guys, I have to share a little story. I am not yeah, same thing. If you want a good video, Sadie, you really have to give them, well, nothing for a week and then film it. Do you sell Do you sell stand water wholesales? What do you mean? Do you want more than one drinker? Then you should send me a message on the Discord. We can work something out. Yeah, that's the same thing. I don't starve mine for videos either. I know people that do that, but that's not why I keep ants. That's more like it, Fuzz. Well, they're not really going for the cricket. Where is it? It's running behind the skull. But as I told, what is your favorite ant species? That's always a hard question. It depends what you are looking at. Oh, now they're going for it. It's been stung once now. This species is really cool for their hunting. The Carabara is really cool for their trails. The leafcutters is just awesome to see them walking around with a leaf on their back. I really like Camponotus vagus because of the full black color. I mean, so it's really hard to pick a favorite. Crematogaster. Okay, I'm going to tell you a story. Sadie already knows this. I actually ordered Crematogaster 2 weeks ago at a well-known Dutch ant shop. And they actually, in their small print on the website, they said, we strive to send your order out in 10 work days. We strive. Well, it's been 10 work days already, and they haven't. I've not received an ant. I also ordered some flu on there. I actually had to buy it from another shop. I'm not gonna say the name because I'm not here to annoy on other shops, but it's yeah. I'm not gonna promote them. Let's put it that way. That's 2 weeks plus we had holidays and Easter. Nah, it's not EA. EA doesn't have that in the small prints. But you can stop guessing because I'm not gonna say what else. Eximon, what species is this? This is the Texas bullet ant, or Neopanera filosa. That's their Latin name. That's true, Sadie, but the shop was still opened, and yes, 1 work day less, but it's just weird. But also the response that they gave me was just weird. Fox Podex, it's English here, please. So as you can see, the red runner is stung, and the toxins are working. It's paralyzed. What are your nests made of? It is 3D printed material, and then the inserts you can actually choose to your liking, or the liking of the ants. So you can choose gypsum, white tongue, wood, or you can go fully printed for a mesh nest. Do you have Solenopsis geminata? No, they are illegal in my country. Yes, I have Manica rubida. Okay. I heard some people ask for Ebola. I saw some people ask for the harps, so let's get the harps out. So, the harps. As you can see, they still have some live crickets in the outworld. These ants actually... Oh, there's one actually in the feeding corridor. Oh, there's one on its back. Not doing so great. So what they actually do is they seal the entrance to the nest. So they cannot get inside. But I can put them in there and they will just hunt them as soon as they need them. So we have more condensation. It is weird because this is in a different setup. Why do I have so much condensation all at once? The views are back to normal. So we have a ton of cigars in the back. But as you can see, we have quite a few wings flapping around. Because we have male elates and we have female elates. That's another male over there. You can distinguish the male by its bright orange gaster. So there is another one over there and there's another one over there. The males will actually be killed later on. Oh, but there is a princess. Oh, eggs, eggs. Yeah, the cocoons are all stacked up in the corner. Larvae on the floor there. So, yeah. They are actually doing pretty good. I might have just overwatered the nest. Need to do another test with the nest, I guess. I'm gonna put you back there, Rita. Harpegnathos venator. How warm is it in the room? In the room itself, it's around 22 degrees, and inside the cabinet, it's between 25 and 26. 24, 26. Yes, this was Harpegnathos venator. Yeah. So, let's see how these little buggers are doing. Harpegnathos venator is not EU. No. It's Asia, Southern Asia. Okay, this is one of our Tetramorium bicarinatum split off colonies. These were split off from the main colony, and these were actually the first testers of the gypsum nest that are now for sale. We have a couple of traders here in the Netherlands that I do business with. I don't sell these ants myself. I only sell setups, housing, supplies, stuff like that. But they are doing great. As you can see, the gypsum is still quite grey. So it is humid enough. As you can see, this is dry gypsum. Dry gypsum is white. You just missed the Carabara, but we'll get back to the Carabara. They are doing really, really good. We just moved them to a medium gypsum nest. Yes, you have 3 different colors. You have this, this is the old green. You have this color green, and then you have black and white. There used to be different colors, but I had some bad luck with my supplier. So now I'm only doing green, white, and black. Okay, but on that note, Joanna, I'm going to show you an exception for my daughter. Sadie, are you still there? People, get your sunglasses out. So, so Joanna, my daughter has her own colony. Last year, she caught an ant queen in our backyard, and she wanted the nest. But yeah, she wanted a pink nest. So this is the only pink nest in existence at the moment. There is somebody very eager to get one, and we're going to make that happen, of course. But this is Lasius Niger, and it's my daughter's. She feeds it every Wednesday, and then she allows me to feed them every Sunday and show them to you. So that's our queen. They are in quite a big nest, but they are really starting to grow. And of course, a pink nest wouldn't be complete without a pink unicorn in the outworld. Oh, too much sugar water. And yes, I'm sure it's not my setup. I get the question a lot. Isn't it secretly yours? And I mean, Martin is in the chat. He was at my house picking up Nikita, one of our colonies, and she met my daughter, and my daughter showed her ants very proudly. Of course, we need a smiley tray. No, but you ordered 15 of those, Toby. I mean the unicorns. Don't say you didn't. He has a pink fairy in his pink setup. Well, that would be awesome. Pink fairy. Damn. Oh yeah, I promised. I'm sorry, Toby. Okay, on to the next. Now come and get it. You know where I live. So, back to the Renaissance. And the Renaissance are struggling a bit. There is still a lot of activity, but there's not as much brood as there was before. Am I worried? Not yet. Am I happy? No. So I have been feeding them quite a bit Well, there is brood, but there's just not a lot of brood. I mean, it's a bit hard for you guys to see, but in the bottom there is brood. Oh, that's a good spot. No, that's not the queen. I thought it was the queen, but it was a major. The queen. A lot of big heads going. I checked yesterday. The queen is still there, and as you can see, there is still brood. It's just not a lot. Those are fresh eggs. So she is still laying, but really happy? No, not really happy. So am I really happy? No, I'm not really happy. I want a happy queen. So they are getting a few red runners. Now we have a red runner on the floor. That's not a good idea. Got it. If you got queen problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but the queen ain't one. It was a song from Jay Ants, I think. You know the song? Yeah, a lot of mages. This colony actually had a really big die-off, and a lot of workers died, but the mages were still alive. So that's maybe also why it's a bit distorted. What are the colonies that you feed live? I feed the harps get their own food, as I've shown just a little bit before, and Harpegnathos venators. With the diversa, you can, but you don't need to. So I don't do it because I don't want casualties. I don't want workers to die. I have another colony that I will show at the ending. That's my big bicarinatum colony. They can take down anything. But again, why should I if they take pre-killed food? I mean, the diversa is too small to live feed. I don't think they're too small, but you get. I mean, they can take them down. That's not the problem. But they will have casualties, and that's not the. Yeah, we don't want that. So, yeah. Okay, let's see what else we've got. Yeah, it's unnecessary casualties. Whoa, my English is straight out of the window. Okay, on to the next. The ones with the gold. It's another Camponotus species known as Camponotus parius. Let's bring in some light because they have a golden shimmer. And a really healthy brood pile. Oh, yeah. That's the queen. Just look at her butt. I'm hydrating the nest real quick. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Hello, AntQuest. So, Camponotus parius, a very beautiful ant. This colony is I've had them for a year, and I got her as a queen with a few workers, I think. Did it actually have workers? Or did he only have brood? No, I don't remember. I'm sorry. But yeah, I've had them for about a year. Oh, you're welcome, Toby. I have a couch. Does Nicobarensis have majors? I think they have majors. I don't think they have super majors. This is Camponotus parius. Look at that brood pile. So epic. Okay. We have scutellaris, but the nest is a bit fogged up. Yes, fogged up. But we'll check on them in a second, see if it's any better. Yeah, the fire ants have been on. And where's I think Neely has already left, didn't he? Because it's time for the little ones. Why is there one inside the bottle? Get out of the bottle. I gave them another one, so. These are one of the smaller species that we have at the moment. Temnothorax nylanderi, also known as acorn ants. And this colony is called the dangleberries. So they have a feeding corridor, but there's nothing connected. And then let's see how the rice is doing. I still don't understand how they can have so many eggs. How is this even possible? Just look at it. Brood, 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 brood. So these are actually in a wooden nest. Wooden nests are not for all species. It has to be a species that is really good at maintaining their own level of humidity inside the nest. This can be through making the whole nest humidity higher, or just watering their larvae. But these ants are really good at that. That's why we gave them this setup. You thought it was substrate. Yeah, no, it's all brood. I know, it's brutal. Sorry, dad jokes. Can't help it. It's the rice fields. I hibernated half of my nylanderi. I had more colonies than one, but the other ones they are gone. Sold off or given away. Yeah. Well, don't forget that the workers are everywhere. They are in the outworld. They are over here. They're everywhere. So yeah. I mean, they closed off. You can see that there's a ton of workers over there. It's a bit dark. Sorry, it's hard to get a good lighting on it. And then there is a ton running everywhere in the outworld, but they're small. So it doesn't look much, but there's like 20, 25 in the outworld. No, I don't have any tips for meat ants. I don't have them yet. Well, Joanna, the thing is that they've been like this for ages. So yeah. Oh, you're way too late for the flavus. The workers are about 100, I think. Okay. Now I am going to show you another colony from the ant merchant that was supposed to go back to the ant merchant, but I might need to make another video on. So, our colony of Messor cockerelli. But just look inside the nest. Yeah, I'm gonna need to buy some new fruit flies, but these girls are actually in need of some attention. And I'll show you in a second. Because you can see that there's ants everywhere. So this is a busy nest, right? I'm not sure how old this colony is because this is a borrowed colony. It's not actually mine. But look how many ants are here. Then look how many ants are over there. Then look over there. And I am going to put a drop of sugar water in the bowl. Let's see them start moving. I cannot get the junk out of there. There are so many ants. They're everywhere. So I might need to do another setup for these ones. And I have an idea. It's going to be something else than normal. So I am going to try. I should have grabbed that white dish before I put the water on it. Yeah, now they're not having it. This is ours. For Sparta. Okay, I'm just going to give them an extra tray. I was having some trouble. As most of the regulars know, I had a really big batch of mealworms. And now they are kind of in the dirt. And I was like, how am I going to get them out? Well, I found a solution. I just put a carrot in there, what they eat. And now I can just grab them off the carrot. Yeah, but I don't really like that method, Fuss, to be honest. I don't like cooling down ants. The first colony sadly died out, yeah. It was just a problem that... Come on, get away under the tray. Yeah. With the first colony, the problem was that on arrival, there was not a lot of brood. And the queen just never picked up on it. So she never caught up on the amount of eggs she had to lay. Well, both of the queens, to be honest. And I doubted if both queens were fertile. So in the end, it was just the small workers died and could not keep up with the demand of the queens and the mages. So it slowly died off. I tried a smaller nest. I tried another setup. I tried to take some mages out. All didn't work. So sadly, the first colony did not make it. But guys, you see how many ants there are in the outworld now, right? I mean, they're everywhere. And this is still full, and this is still full. The first diversa colony that I had died. So there might be an extra No for Messor video coming up. No, for Messor needs seeds. Well, I had a big discussion about that with Americans because they are saying that no for Messor don't need seeds. Well, I gave mine seeds and I'm sure that they're eating them. So they don't need it. But they, as far as I know, they do eat it. So that's the discussion. Another nest, will that help? Yes, and we will fix that. Okay, on to the next. I'm going to put you back with Rita. So this is another species that we agreed on that needs a new nest. We gave them one, and then they were like, "Nah, let's not do that." Thanks, Ebola. So, you guys remember them, right? The biggest colony is my Tetramorium bicarinatum, but I'll show them later because I cannot move the setup. As you can see, there's not a lot of eggs or lots of brood under there. Are they still in the twig? Yes, they are still in the twig. Are Camponotus lateralis, but they have moved brood into one of the rooms. How about that? Did they completely move? No. Did they move a little bit? Yes. So, I do have a problem. I will show you the problem. This is one of my first outworlds. This was a DIY outworld. And you can already see the problem a little bit. I can stick my fingernail in here. So can the ants. So the ants will just go in there with 5 or 6 and then they'll escape. Well, 1 or 2 and the other ones just run back. And they've been doing that for the last week. They have really given me a hard time. So I am going to try my best to fix that problem this week. So I'm probably going to give them a new outworld and move the twig into the new outworld. I am not going to rush them out of the twig, but I do need to get them out of this outworld. Because I don't want to do tape and stuff like that. So I'm going to give it a new outworld. I'm going to put the twig in there. If they want to stay in the twig, fine. But the outworld's got to go. Because it's starting to annoy me. Let's give them some sugar water. They always like it if I give a few drops on the rock. As you all know. They'll be on it in a matter of seconds. Yeah, they're already there. I have to say, I do really like this. Camponotus lateralis. Oh, sorry. You might hear it. I am dropping them some food since I am going to disconnect the setup. I am not too picky with it at the moment. Some of the sugar missed the hole in the rock. They're drinking it everywhere. It's a beautiful species, black castor, dark brown reddish body. They don't have mages, but they are polymorphic. So as you can see, they have smaller workers and bigger workers. Okay. On to the next. I need to check what I still have to do. By the way, guys, the decision from you guys to give these girls a constant supply of sugar water, they're always there. Always. Okay. So, time for the second to last colony. This is another Tetramorium bicarinatum. Yes, Joanne, it's in an orange nest. No, it's not for sale anymore. It's one of the old versions. Well, not old versions, but in the old colors. This line is discontinued. Yeah, you missed the Lundy. But you know, I'm gonna pop by. I'm going to show you the Lundy in a second. So these are actually in a teardrop nest. And they are doing really good. The singularis are good, but the glass is still fogged up, so you can't see it at the moment. So they are doing great, and the cocoons are, the brood is doing awesome. Just looking to see if I can spot the queen real quick. There she is. There should be more. Well, let's give them some food. If they're not on it, I'm gonna grab this one out. Yay. Haha. That's always good. Yeah, the brood is looking very healthy. Oh, nice. I still have a Tetramorium tray. This is Tetramorium bicarinatum. It is an inbreeding species. This means that they will make alates, but if the alates are not able to fly out or anything, they are able to mate with their brothers in their own nests and just become an egg-laying queen. Hey, worm, what's up? Oh, I need to drink something. Be right back. Okay. Oh, the setups are everywhere. It's a bit of a mess. Okay, I am going to put you to them real quick. I'm going to set this colony back, and then we are going to look inside the Viv. Okay, let's see. Disconnecting you guys. So, Joanna, you wanted to see my biggest colony. These are also the messiest colony. These are Tetramorium bicarinatum, also known as the Tetramorium. Yes, they have their own tunnel. Because this is outside of my Vivarium. And they're making a mess, but the numbers have grown so bad. I mean, there's ants on every square centimeter. Even on the walls, they are just starting to swarm. But as you can see, this is their outworld. I need to clean it, but I just don't have I have to make a second nest for it. So we continue and we go through the wall into our nests. So this is the tubing, it's the other side of the tetral tunnel. They go into another feeding corridor. And then we have 3 large white tongue setups. The back one is the least filled, but it is also the furthest away from the food. So that's kind of normal. But as you can see, these ones are just stacked with brood and queens. So here is one of the split offs. Oh yeah, sorry, I'll give you an idea. This is my hand. I don't have small hands, but the insert is 11 by 11 centimeters and it's 15 millimeters deep. We still have room on the shelf. Mundo, I'll take a step back. This is one part of the vivarium. Then there's that part, and this is the second vivarium. Why did I skip? Well, I want to keep some stuff a secret. Just go look at the thumbnail. So as you can see, we have the leaf cutters here. We have the other setups. We have 2 heat mats on every viv in the bottom. We have some more ends, We can go this way. Leaf cutters, another setup. Then we have some other setups over there. And then this is becoming a really epic shelf. So this is the harps. And then it goes in over into the diversa. Yeah, in the next outworld, I was thinking of putting a second outworld and then making some layered system or something with twigs or rocks or leaves. Maybe some fake plants. So, yeah, these are the setups at the moment. If you guys have anything that you would like to see again, I don't remember who asked, but quick last view on the diversa. Sorry for the light, but that's the Viv lighting. There's not much I can do about it. But the diversa are booming. That's the queen over there. She always sticks her head in the doorway there. And that is the cricket that we showed before. It is a cabinet from IKEA, but I altered it. If you go to my YouTube channel, there is one episode on me building this vivarium. And I built it twice now because I am happy with it. It's big enough. It has nice wide shelves, sliding doors. You want to see the bullet ends? Yeah, sure. We're going over here. I'm going to close the door real quick. To the leaf cutters, to the bullet ends. They have quiet down a little bit. I'm going to grab them a little bit because it is a little bit less fogged. And you can see the larvae over there. It's not the best lighting, I'm sorry. But there's larvae. And there's larvae. And then you have the whole cigar factory. Look how many cigars that are there. That's Dead Red Runner. Yeah, I can show you the singularis, but it's fogged up. Yep. Sadly, I'm not able to sell the skull. There's copyright on the skull. I'm able to print it for myself. I am able to show it, but I'm not able to sell it. Well, Mundo Rayleigh, where are you from then? So, singularis, but I think it's still fogged. Yeah. There's not much I can do about it. You can see that there's white there. You can see that there's workers, but I've been keeping ants since January 2024. So 1 year and 4 months now. And all the history, as soon as I started making videos. So everything's on YouTube. Now the singularis are not active, but they never are. I mean, if you want active ants, Manica, rubida are always active. You're from England. Oh, okay. Tetramorium. Tsushimae. Oh, that's cool. I'll look them up. But these are always active. But these are stinging ants. Fire ants. So, yeah. Back to the Lundy that are still cutting. Oh yeah, you wanted to see them real quick, Fuzz. So, the donor fungus, tons of leaves on there. It's bigger than a tennis ball. Which colony has the plastic flower? A couple. But this one is the Lasius flavus, 2 queen colony. I think you meant this one. Yeah, the leaves on it they are doing really good. And then the other two, this one is the starter one that actually got the donor fungus, is doing really good. So this is already the second cup. Aquamurmax Lundy. This is the second cup already. So this is the half of a beer cup. They have space on this side. I mean, it's like they have space. So, and in numbers, they need to grow in numbers. Then I can add an extra outworld. And I have a cool idea. And this is the other one. And they just lack. These have queens. That's the queen on top there. That's the queen on top. No, the other was donor. So I received a colony, but the fungus died. So I got a booster fungus that came with workers, and I just kept them alive. Oh, that's awesome, Worm. I need to look them up then. So it's a question if I can get them, but that sounds cool. But no, they're doing epic. Especially these ones, really nice. If they have this is Aquamurmax Lundy. Oh, look at the neighbors. They're hungry. What made you start keeping? Well, we had all colonies, so I'm gonna grab a chair. Ooh, did you see that? Ooh, did you see that? Okay, let's do it like this. Oh, the door is still a bit open. So, what made you start keeping? Well, I was looking at... Yeah, there was a weaver. I was looking at Ant Oliver. I was just doom scrolling YouTube. I saw a video of Oliver with the ants, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And I looked at the 3D printed nest that he was looking at, and I was like, oh, that's That's bad quality because I was already 3D printing for a few years. So I decided I would looked up that same evening. What does it cost an ant colony? A few euros for a Lasius niger. So I ordered one, and yeah, that's how it all started. You can find everything. The first setups that I made, the first Queen tube rooms that I made, all the versions after that. You can see the whole stories. What software do you use to design? I use the website called tinkercad.com. And then, yeah, it's a free software, and you can make 3D models there. It is pretty good, but it's also pretty limited. I am trying to learn Fusion, but I just don't have the time or the skill. And Oliver is, I talked to him last week. Yeah, he's really busy with his job. He's an electrician. He's making a lot of content on that in Denmark. So he's not out of anting, but yeah, he's taking it slow. I'm not sure if he will be back with videos or not. Fusion is pretty good, yeah, but you need to learn it. I never learned 3D drawing in school. I learned 2D drawing in AutoCAD, but that was that was 20 years ago. So everything now is I learned myself. So I need to look at more stuff for Fusion for that. So yeah. But I just don't have the time because I've been making nests and making content. How many colonies do you have? I have around 30 colonies, and I have around 25 species. And I have, yeah, 3 more species coming in. Yes, he's still an ant keeper. Yeah, but AutoCAD is you have a 3D version now, but it's yeah, it's a bit outdated. But I mean, I have 30 species, but a lot are in my small setups, like up there. Greetings from Uzbekistan. Well, that's a new one. Welcome. Don't forget, like, subscribe. You use it at uni. Okay. Yeah, the version that I used was AutoCAD 2003, I think, and then the school edition. No, I'm not a techie. I built ant nests, as you can see in the background. Like those kinds of setups, all 3D printed with some skulls included. Oh, thanks, bro. So, if you have any questions, let me know. Else I'm going to end the stream. Sorry, Rox. We do it every Sunday. So if you want to join us for next time, don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, it's a cabinet from IKEA that I made a little bit, changed a little bit, and it works perfectly. Are you Scandinavian? No, I'm Dutch. What are your top 5 ant species? Top 5. Harpegnathos venator, Carabara diversa, Neoponera falosa. Now I have to pick. Tetramorium bicarinatum. Ooh. And then it's hard. I'm going to do 6. Vagus lundi. Yeah, Texas bullet ants. It's in the white setup over there. So, thank you again for joining all. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Join us on Discord. I put when my filming camera is not busy, I put them on the leaf cutters or on the diversa. So, what common live food resource? Roaches, crickets. I have two kinds of roaches. I have dubias and red runners. But I also keep mealworms. What's a when my Carabara will get too big, I will buy a nest. Ah, cool. Will the pink color be available at some times? If you want a pink setup, contact me on Discord and we can make that work. Do red runners and dubia smell bad? What's with the smelling bad? The dubias and the red runners, you smell the food that you put in. So yeah. Do you keep/grow mealworms? I buy them in bulk, and then I throw in carrots, and then I just use them before they turn into the next stage. So I don't grow them, but I keep them alive. Let's put it that way. Do you have tortoises? No. No. The girlfriend won't let me. I would like a tortoise. I would like a snake. I would like a scorpion. But no. Ants is the edge. Well, Suka, at the moment, I just released the gypsum nest, and this week they are on discount, 15%. Nest and setups, so the whole setups, are on 50% discount until next Sunday. So check out thecraftingant.com. Okay, well, I think it's time to end it here. Don't forget, join us on Discord. Link is in the description. Thank you all for joining, and I'll see you next time at the Crafting Ant.